But it's your boy Thrifty, back with an impromptu thoughts with Thrifty. I had some plans that were going to go down tonight, and they ended up changing. So, I am here. Let's get into this. Shout out to Supernova on X. He posted something, and man, it kind of just got in my craw a bit. And so, as with all of these thoughts with thrifties, none of them are really scripted. None of the shows are scripted, but this one has zero skeleton. I usually find an article and I dive into it. We'll discuss the article and all of that. There might be a little bit of gameplay in here from Helldivers 1. If there is and you haven't seen it, don't worry. I've never played the thing either, so I'm spoiling for myself also. That's Nah, this is scripted. Nah, this isn't. Um, this is not. I did, however, find an article from The Verge that we're going to get into. Let me get this thing shared out, see if we can get some more people in here, and then we'll get started because, man, subservices, cutting the cord, that cord has now started to hang us. But we will get started here in 1 second. And then, once we do that, we can all witness the death of subservices together. Let me get this shared out. Hit that like button if you haven't. And we will all get started in a second. I will be right back. Let me know if you can hear the game music or if it's too loud or not loud enough or what have you. All right. One last thing, and we will get the ball dropping. Ball dropping? Can I say that? Pause? No pause? I don't know. I can hear the game music is fine. Okay, cool. Uh, First you thought it was your own music? That's cool. All right. So basically, what had happened was, is that I was, scrolling through X while I was, contemplating playing a video game tonight, and I come across this tweet from um, Supernova, and if you haven't ever found him, followed him, or whatnot, great account to follow. Really tries to keep it 100. Really hits people on both sides of the aisle. But it's at Gaming Supernova, and he had retweeted that legacy ad-free Max subscribers will lose 4K HDR and Dolby Atmos on December 5th unless they upgrade to the $19.99 per month ultimate plan. God dang. That is another one. That is another one that is going to be hanging us with the cord that we have cut. Like, guys, listen, these subservices are getting out of hand. But what I want to point out is that it's the subservices that are generally making content for themselves to go on that subservice day one. and for that to be the main avenue of consuming that media, be it a TV show, be it a podcast, a song, uh, a video game, whatever. Like, Spotify had to do this, and then they actually raised their price recently as well. But they were paying for some heavy, heavy hitters in the podcast industry. And those guys were getting multi-million dollar deals just for the hope that their fan base would come over and subscribe to Spotify in order to listen to them. Joe Rogan is the best example of that. And so it's very, very interesting when you see how much money these companies have to spend to keep things going and to keep producing content, how much they have to spend or how much they have to spend to acquire in the terms of the podcast thing that I just used. But like, they have to get so much revenue to be able to produce content to keep people coming back to their platform to use it or their subservice. Well, if the content they're producing is shit and people don't want to keep paying for the subservice, but they want to keep producing this stuff, then one thing has to happen. They either lower the cost of production, right, of making these shows, these movies, these songs, these games, acquiring these podcasters to help draw people in, acquiring the rights to stream certain musicians' libraries. They have to do all this stuff. And so they can lower the amount of money they spend on that stuff. Or they can raise the price, right? That's it. Those are the only things that can be done in order for subservices to succeed. Let me rephrase that. In order for subservices that produce their own content to acquire more subs, that's the only way those can survive. Because I guarantee you it's much easier to have a subservice where you're not really giving people new shit. You're just giving them like really old stuff or like things that have been. Yeah, Supernova is a great content creator. His videos are freaking hilarious. But they're giving you content, right? But a few guys on Twitter said Xbox is better than it's ever been. Yes, with ads. But that's not why we're here. Because that's the third option is they give you ads. Netflix, excuse me, sorry guys. Netflix, they can give you ads now. Disney is flirting around with a Disney Plus that has ads in it. Hulu has ran ads for a very long time. Actually, I think Hulu was one of the first to actually run like an ad, like a split system. I think they were the first, or at least the first major one to do that. But Hulu also used to be like $6 a month. And so you paid your $4.99 a month or $5.99 a month, and you had some ads, and you knew that going in. Then you could pay for the premium, which had no ads. But there's only so many things that can be done when these services start to fail. Because either one, their content's not drawing in enough people, or because the economy is shit right now and people are having to cut stuff, and that's the first thing that we all look at and go, well, dang, I'm spending $130 a month, and I gotta cut something. And so then you start going, well, damn, who's the most expensive? Or my wife and I did this about a year ago. We pay for one subscription service a month, and that's it. And like we looked and we were like, dang, we got rid of cable because we were spending $89 a month on cable. Imagine losing a match and then seeing an ad between rounds. Uh, but so we cut cable to switch over to sub services, and then we got flooded in on sub services between everything. And I'm talking Spotify to Netflix to Disney Plus, Hulu, Paramount, like HBO, like we had them all. And we were like, oh, well, I want to watch this over here. She'd sign up for something, and then I'd sign up for something, and neither one of us knew that we had it. We had, uh, we had Paramount Plus for like 5 months before she knew that we were paying for it. I wasn't hiding it from her. I just had no idea that she didn't know. Like the app was on the TV, it was on the PlayStation. We watched a few movies and stuff off of it. She just never realized that we were in it. But so we had all of these. And then we were like, dang, we don't watch any of this shit anymore. Like, neither of us had time. The kids only really watch Netflix, which I don't pay for and haven't in 4 years. They don't really watch anything on Amazon Prime or any of this stuff. You know what? They watch Disney Plus and they watch Paramount. Okay, cool. So we'll keep those. And so that's essentially what we did. And then somehow I got Paramount Plus for free through something. So I'm not paying for that. The only one we pay for is Disney Plus. But it's a couple of reasons. One, HBO Max, you can have 5 accounts linked to one person. Amazon Prime, we don't pay for because we family share with my mother-in-law. Uh, the Because HBO Max and Amazon, they don't care. I think HBO's up to 5 people, and then Amazon is I think up to 4 family members. But like you can, so we found ways around it, but still, because I'm a thrifty bastard. But still, like we had to look and go, okay, we're gonna roll with these because the economy got tight. And so, like, this type of stuff happens to these companies. There's lackluster, like, we'd call them first party exclusives, but there's lackluster, what's that word when they, like, I guess, self produced content from these companies. Disney is in the toilet. They spent $240 million filming, editing, and like piecing together the story, all the CGI. $240 million on fucking She-Hulk. She-Hulk got $240 million. Um, guys, that you can't do that and then also lose 40% of your subs or 20% of your subs. Something had to happen. Every Marvel movie that's come out has been absolute dog turds. Yeah, it was 240 million or wait, it was 22 million an episode and there were 8 episodes. I'm sorry, about 260 million. No, She-Hulk was absolutely terrible. It was gaslighting at its finest, and a really terrible TV show at its worst. But like that's just an example. Netflix hasn't been really knocking it out of the park with their exclusive content. HBO Max, their exclusive content tanked so hard that it damn near has shut down the company. Like they've been cutting people, they've been rebranding, they've stopped production on several movies. Like HBO's getting hit, so they need an influx of money. So what happens? This is one reason why I hate subservices. Here's what happens. They send out these emails. I actually got one just the other day from Disney Plus that they're increasing. Remember, that's the only one we still pay for. So Disney Plus is increasing. We got the email. I know so many scenarios from even people that like are in my close circle who could not tell you the email or password that they used to set up their damn account. They either used an old email, lost it, don't check it. They've ignored the messages so long that Gmail has just started calling it junk mail, so they don't see it. So, an easy way for these companies to make money and to get a big influx of cash is to raise their prices. Because they're damn sure not going to make better content. Hmm, that's the Xbox philosophy, just real quick. So when Phil Spencer says it's not like making great games is going to sell a ton of consoles, he's probably right to an extent because that's not his goal. That's not his framework. His framework is making great games is going to increase Game Pass engagement and Game Pass subscription service or subscription subscribers. And so one thing I'll say is at least he understands that the price increase has come already in Game Pass. But at least he understands that you do need to send out a good product in order for people to come back to your subscription service if that's what your goal is. These other companies, a lot of them have failed on that. I know HBO has completely ruined the Titans. Season 1 was good. Season 2 was dog shit. You have Netflix that takes properties like The Witcher and kills them. You have a lot of things they've done this with. Like, guys, they've taken the Marvel Cinematic Universe and turned it into a shell of its former self. They get too involved in certain topics that they probably shouldn't. And when that happens, they have to increase pricing. The reason why it's smart is because there's going to be a ton of people that, like in the scenario I just gave, don't really check their emails, don't follow it, might not have used those services in months, and they get a boost from those people. Even at $1 a service, or $2 or $1 a subscriber, or $2 a sub, they still get an influx of money. And I know some of y'all might be saying, like, well, Thrifty, that's not that common. Like, most people are going to check it and keep up with it or whatever. I kid you not. Every single one of the people that I know that are in my friend group have at least one subscription service that they do not realize they're paying for. I know that because generally when we find it, we all send each other text messages talking about how dumb we were to not catch it. So they get to increase these prices. They have to do it. It's their own shortcomings that are causing them to do it. Also, it's the market is super, super saturated. So I view subservices in the same light that I view games as a service. Okay? Hear me out. There's going to be a decent game as a service for damn near every genre of video game that there is. There's going to be a secondary. That's okay. This is cool. There's people who play it. And after that, good luck getting into the space and staying there successfully for an extended period of time. There's not a lot that can do it. And so what happens is these other companies see these big, huge dollar signs and are like, dang, we can do that. We have a library of games. We have our own things here. We have our own IP. We know how to make video games. Yeah, we can do this. And we're gonna be rich. So they go into it, and games are shutting down left and fucking right. There was a game just today that was announced they were shutting down. Crap, I kind of wish Josh was here. Shit. If somebody remembers in the chat, but there's a game that is shutting down, another live service title, another gas game. So that's why, typically subscription services outside of Game Pass or outside of PlayStation, I wouldn't really cover. But guys, there's such a similarity, and also it the problem with video and TV subservices is the same problem that is going to be plaguing our gaming subscriptions. Well, not mine because I'm on a PlayStation, but it's going to be affecting Xbox and Game Pass. And so in in that way, subscription services and games as a service are very, very similar. Netflix had such a huge, massive popularity. And that popularity spurred other companies to go, dang, I can do this. Fox sat back and was like, shit, we got a lot of shows that people want to watch, that people want to see. At this point, you could still go online most of the time and watch the last 5 episodes of any show from Fox, ABC, NBC, or CBS, and they were all online. And you could go there, you could watch them, you could do all that. And so they're like, damn, we're giving this shit away for free. Netflix is over here charging for it and making a killing. Well, hell, you know what? Instead of just doing every 5 episodes, we can put all of our seasons on our own. And then, Netflix, yeah, we're going to take those away from them. And so Hulu comes out. If I'm not mistaken, it was Netflix and Hulu, and then I think Amazon Prime joined the mix. Amazon Prime did it properly, though. And here's why. Amazon didn't come in and start out making any of their own shows. Neither did the other two, in all fairness. But talking about somebody trying to jump in, like, they did it properly. They just offered reruns. You could watch these seasons. You could watch these shows. There were a lot of USA Network shows on there. And so, like, if I missed, like, for some reason, I've watched 2 or 3 seasons of a show, and then I'll miss, like, season 3 and 4, and then I'll go back to watch it. That actually happened with Burn Notice. And Burn Notice was on Amazon. So I was like, oh, cool, I can catch up on the series. Caught up on the series, and did that. But that's a relatively low entry cost. Also, Prime Video was not the main driving factor for Amazon Prime. And so they had revenue coming in, and they were able to then acquire the rights to put these things in their streaming service, which is included with Amazon Prime. Like, so Amazon's a little different. Now I know Amazon does, dude, Burn Notice is so good. Uh, Covert Affairs was really good too. Anyways, now you have these subservices. Everybody comes out and tries to hit the ground. We're going to have our own shows. We're going to do all this. We're going to do all that. And they fail. They fail miserably. And they have to raise prices or they shut down altogether. Amazon is able to absorb a shit ton of losses and be okay because their service is not the main reason you are a part of Amazon Prime. So see, hear me. When you make your subscription service and your exclusive content the main draw to your service, and you don't produce content that's up to the standard that people have, and they start dropping off. Do you see where I'm going with this? Do you see what subscription models that solely rely on you subbing to them to be able to stay afloat Do you kind of see the connection I'm making here? It's fucking Game Pass versus PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus operates like Amazon, right? PlayStation Plus operates like Amazon. You come in to PlayStation for $550. You get your console, you hook it up, you sign in. Boom. What brought you to that console? God of War Ragnarok, Spider-Man 2, Horizon Forbidden West. The fact that up until just this month, most of your third-party games looked better on this system. Yes. Abso-freaking-lutely. Oh, they have a subscription service? Well, hell, that sounds cool. Oh, with it, I can play online with my friends. I can have access to all 780 something games. Oh, dang. And that's really cool. They're going to update all these games every month. Awesome. Oh, and sometimes we get like a newer titles. Yeah, but you're not going to get any new things. You're not going to get like big, huge PlayStation first party titles. Oh, okay, cool. Boom. Go to the other scenario now. Game Pass. This is why Game Pass should have every freaking Xbox owner and Game Pass subscriber worried. All 95,000 million of y'all, according to player engagement. Because you get an Xbox entry level, $299, sometimes $199, sometimes free with a telephone. You go home, you set it up. Oh shit, here it goes. What brought me to this console? Game Pass. Oh, oh, what about Starfield bringing them in? Yeah, play it for free on Game Pass. No, 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 no. Hi-Fi Rush, man. I really wanted to play it. It looked so good. Yeah, free on Game Pass. Oh man, my buddies were clowning this Redfall game. I think we all just want to get on, get drunk, and have a hilarious time playing this with all this shit and how bad it looks. Like let's just crack off at this game. Let's just do it. Let's buy this thing and get. Oh wait, no, no need to purchase. It's on Game Pass. You go to Xbox for Game Pass. Xbox needs to start delivering way better content to keep people subscribed to Game Pass. Because if they're not hitting their goals, what do? They raise the price. Let me ask you this. Since the price increase, have your first party AAA games been any better? People want to shit on Sony for increasing the price of PlayStation Plus Premium and Extra, and I am one of them. I am a cheap bastard, and I don't want to pay any more for sub services. But what have they done in the recent months since they announced it? What did they do? Did they give us Redfall? Did they give us Forza Incomplete? Did they tell us to look forward to next year? It's going to be great. We've learned. We're sorry. Nope. They said, hey guys, boom, we're increasing the subservice price, and then you're also going to be getting some movie stuff in there. It's not that good, but it is something we're adding. And we're going to be bringing in some anime. There's some rumors with that. We're going to be bringing that in. Oh, and also, now you can cloud stream a lot of your PS5 games. or several of them. We're going to be adding more as it goes on, but yeah. Oh, and it's at 60 FPS. So one company said, "Hey, we're increasing our price." And then they said, "Okay, here's why we're increasing our price. We're going to be giving you more shit." And do not hear that as I'm okay with the price increase and I'm okay with what they're giving us. I'm just saying they're putting value to somebody back into the service, which justifies a $3 a month price increase. Xbox is raising the price because they didn't hit their subscriber goals. And so they need more money. And then they give you Forza Incomplete. Guys, that's like HBO Max, which is where this whole thing started with me. It's like finally the thing that said in my head, like, this frustrated me enough, I just want to get on here and vent. Also, we got like 9 to 10 people who keep coming in and out. Can we make sure to get that like button up there? If you come on in, hit the subscribe button. This is just a random ass thoughts with Thrifty. And so it's just me here tonight. I know the count is down tonight because Will's not here. I get it. He's much better than I am. He's much smarter. But we uh we are here discussing subscription services, gaming, and all that. And so yeah, let's get back to it. When you keep offering the same level of quality over and over again, and people aren't coming in at the rate that you want, your prices have to increase. And now we see it with Xbox. We're seeing it with HBO Max. We're seeing it, or sorry, just Max. We've seen it with Netflix. We're seeing it with Disney, Hulu, and ESPN. And eventually, we're going to be left with subservices closing their doors and access to content gone. Because we've been trained and conditioned to be a subservice society. Excuse me, I gotta get a drink. We have been conditioned to be a subservice society. We don't own most of our media when it comes to movies and when it comes to music. Now, I know there's always that person in the chat that's like, well, I still buy all my stuff. Awesome. Cool. Most people aren't like that. Hell, I thought I was the guy that buys most of his stuff physical, and then I started looking at the last 4 albums I bought were all digital. The last 3 movies I've bought have been all digital. Uh, the last 2 games, 3 games, 4 games actually that I've bought have been all digital. Uh, well, technically not bought, but downloaded. And so, if, Apple iTunes, bad example, but if Apple iTunes says, hey, we're shutting down. Oh, okay. Well, there's all of my music. There's all of my albums that are super hard to come by in a non-digital format, like my Knox Hill albums. Those are all gone. Uh, my TSO album from the concert that my wife and I went to, that's gone. You can't just find Trans-Siberian Orchestra's album from a certain year like I have stuff on there. It'll be gone because I don't own it. I'm pure digital across media. Really? Wow. That's crazy. Dang. That's nuts. We purchase a user license. All that matters is the presentation. Absolutely, Geo. I buy my stuff. We don't own any media at all, not even if it's on disc. Wow. Okay. Man. Yeah, I don't know if I could ever do that. I mean, I still buy some things. Um, I still like having certain older movies that I know I absolutely love on uh, physical because I can still watch them. I have a lot of movies from my childhood like that, like Rookie of the Year, Little Big League, The Little Giants. Pretty much any sports movie that had little in it, I was like there. Um, I got all the original Ninja Turtle movies, just stuff like that, stuff from my childhood, stuff that I'd still watch today, to be quite honest with you, because I don't think any gamer ever truly fully grows up. I really don't. But sorry, whoa, that took a turn. Woo. Okay, let's steer this thing back on course. Okay, we are here. We are here now. Subscription services. As much as it pains me to say this, because I don't necessarily agree with what they're doing, I think the reason they're doing it, and talking about Sony I'm talking about Sony increasing their sub service, because at least they're adding value back to it. It might be shit value, but it's value. Xbox needs to come up with three, let's say 2 to 3 bangers in a row. And by banger, I mean Starfield quality or better. Better? Like, I don't know if they can do better. We haven't seen it yet. But, like, they need something to come out that's actually going to increase engagement. Like, here's the fucked up thing. If they would just release great games, they could get away with whatever the fuck they wanted. I'm not even kidding. But without it, if they're just going to keep releasing, what's up, Gamer of Light? And I saw Warawana come in. Welcome, guys. If they keep doing what they're doing, they will go the way of Disney Plus, HBO Max, and Netflix, and Hulu. Because here's the deal. I can solve all of Phil's problems. Just make great games. Just make great games. Like, shit. If you... I've subbed to PS Plus. Me too, Wara, me too. There was actually a time for a couple months that my house had no PlayStation because I'd had to sell it off, and I was still subbed to PS Plus during that time. And I had gotten another PlayStation after, or I'm sorry, before the PS Plus expired. So I had the subscription, but no console. It was real funny. Anyways, anyways. So here's how you solve Xbox's problems. If they would make great games, then they accomplish their goal of player engagement. I know they're terrified to make a game so good that even non-Game Pass subscribers want to play it. Because that would mean they sold games, and they don't want that. That's not their goal. Their goal is player engagement. Their goal is, we had the most people join Game Pass in a single month ever. Because why? Because you gave them a game that wasn't straight ass or an indie. No, the issue is the budget. Well, don't worry, Wara. Those games take 10 years. Hellblade 2 is their next big game that needs to land hard and fast. But before that, because right now that game's not coming out until at least the end of next year. So here's how they could do this. They had Starfield, they had Forza. Starfield was good. Forza, eh, it was incomplete. It's gonna be good one day. One day it'll be good. One day it'll be a real game. One day it'll grow up. It's just having a few problems. Just it has some things it needs to talk about after school and just a couple issues going on with it, but it'll get there. Forza will get there. They need to have a good game in quarter one, and then they could honestly get away with having a rough bad game, or like not Redfall level, but somewhere between Redfall and Starfield. They could have that type of game, and then they need to have Q3 and Q4 of next calendar year, hit hard. And I mean just go freaking hard, because they need to get to the point where their ratio of good games to bad games changes. And I'm not saying fun games to not fun games. I'm saying they need Redfield, or sorry, Redfall being so bad was intentional. Dude, you might be onto something. Like, hey, let's make this one smell like shit so this one looks better. Yay! We did it. Still can't get 60 frames per second, but fuck it, we did it. Xbox needs to make great games. If they don't make great, I'm serious. No, I know you're serious. That's what's fucked up. I know you're serious. It's still hilarious. Both of those statements are true, sir. So, they just need to make great games. I don't know if that's possible. And that's not because I'm a PlayStation centric channel. That's because up to this point, we haven't seen them make a lot of great games. We've seen them make a couple fun games, and we've seen them make a game that was good but not great. We haven't seen them make a game yet where people talk about it like they talked about Ragnarok, or like they talked about Ghost of Tsushima, or Last of Us Part 2, or Spider-Man 2, or Horizon Forbidden West, or Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, or fucking Returnal. Like, they have, like, our list is really, really long. They haven't made a game like that in a while. Starfield Buzz got killed in a week. Like, I think people need to understand that Xbox, just because they acquired studios and publishers, they acquired one in Bethesda that has a shitty cadence of putting out games, which doesn't help Xbox. Might as well piss against the wind at this point. It's kind of what they're doing. They bought Bethesda that doesn't put games out at a fast clip. They haven't. That's fine. Not every company does. That's okay. CD Projekt Red doesn't do it either at a fast clip. So they bought Bethesda. They bought Activision Blizzard. Another company, mind you, that doesn't put games out at an alarmingly fast rate. So that doesn't help them. Their other studios have been behind in production. They've had all of this outgoing money for these purchases. Game Pass numbers were so bad that people's bonuses were affected. Like, listen to me, you Xbox player. I know. You're playing Halo Reach in your chair, having a great time, and you're remembering the games that were, and I get that. Let me break you out of nostalgia just for a second. if your beloved company doesn't start making great games, you are about to see a massive price increase or a tiered system that says, hey, if you want access to Bethesda titles, boom. If you want access to ABK titles, boom, here's a tier for that. And then we're going to have the ultimate plus deluxe that's going to have everything for this big ass price. No. I know it's a tiered system already. I meant like they're going to add tiers to it. And like, y'all about to get bent over the counter, my guy. Like, it's about to be real bad for y'all if they don't start making good games. Because I know none of y'all gonna leave Xbox. Like, y'all don't do that this generation. Like, last generation, the people who left Xbox were the smart ones, and the rest of y'all are suspect as hell. Like, y'all got like mental shit wrong with you. It's a little fucked off up there. But like, I'm fixing the fucking problem. If they made great games, they get great engagement. And with that great engagement comes Game Pass subscribers, comes higher subscription numbers. With bullshit that they're giving you, what happens? What happens with that bullshit that they give you? They have to start charging more for it. My question to you is, and I hope some Xbox guys watch this after the show, because my hope is that they give you great games. Because, funny enough, Sony's not giving us games at a great fast cadence right now, or not the cadence that I would prefer for their first party studios. And so, like, I need Xbox to actually like do something right once, like, and not just right, like knock that shit out of the park. Like, dear goodness, God dang it, Fable. Give them Fable. Give them something. Give them Avowed. Is that one of that bullshit things supposed to come out next year? Like, God bless. Let one of the games that come out next year be a freaking 97 and not from an indie fucking studio. Please, because I need you. I need you to do something. I'm serious, guys. Like, Xbox has done shit the bed so bad with this that, judging by the other subservices and the way it's going, I, I'm telling you guys, y'all about to get bent over for about $40 a month if you want everything. Yep, $40 a month. That's the number I'm gonna say. $39.99 a month. Michael, the only problem with that, because I agree, and I actually kind of push that narrative a bit, is that I really do want them to be a third-party publisher. But the downside is they've pissed off so much of the PlayStation fan base by what they have acquired. I don't know if it's as easy as saying, like, hey, buy our stuff now that we don't have our own console. Like, I don't know. And the other thing, I'm not kidding when I say there is literally one game coming to Xbox that has me interested, and that's Hellblade 2. I never even played the first one, but this one looks really good from the cutscenes that we've seen. But guys, you Xbox dummies, y'all about to get bent over and taken to the house. Y'all gonna be screaming Phil Spencer. Depends on what they offer. Yeah, I mean, I get that, but Yeah, I mean they're going to come with the Call of Duties, the Diablo, the Skyrims, all of it. Xbox fans have been bent over for 7 years. Yes, they have. Thankfully, some of them, some of the guys who I would consider friends, saw the light during the Xbox One generation and came over to the PS4. But guys, that's why I think that PlayStation is still doing it right when it comes to submodels. Like I did the numbers, and it's like $3 and 60 something cents a month that they're increasing. Like that's a large coffee from somewhere that I don't have to buy, and then boom, I made up the price difference. It's like $40 a year. Also, I don't have a PlayStation because of PlayStation Plus. I have a PlayStation because of amazing games that are on it. I have PlayStation Plus because I like having access to a lot of older titles. I don't know. I don't know that if PlayStation started offering day and date, I'd probably play more first party releases, but I would still buy the same amount that I'm buying right now. I would still purchase 3 a year. And so this is very much a subscription services are coming to an end. Oh, one of the things I wanted to share was that uh, the number of households that were surveyed, that's where they get this data from, basically said that like 15.7% of households only have one or no subscription service. And they said that that number was up by 1.8% from 2020. Those are 2022 numbers, so from 2021. So more people are starting to have to make the decision. No disrespect to Xbox users, it's the Xbox fanboys that are mentally. Uh, mm, I don't know, man. I don't know. I know that sometimes it's the great option for people who want a low entry point or need a lower entry point. I get that. That's fine. And generally speaking, they're also not delusional. But more and more, I find that even people who aren't on Twitter, there's still some of those whack job people out in the wild. I actually know one. I got a buddy of mine who's an Xbox guy, and he doesn't know anything about Twitter or anything like that. He's not on social media, but he will make a case for why Xbox is the greatest console. And it always circles back to fucking Halo. And so the loyalists are out there, even if I work with pro Muay Thai fighters, but it's only because he couldn't get a PS5 for so damn. Hey, listen, but like I don't know. I also do blame the entire Xbox community quite a bit because they're the ones subbing to Game Pass. I know PC does also now, but like people vote with their wallet. So I bet you don't give him much shit. He'll whoop your ass. He'll straight up kick your ass. But like I said in the beginning, if a company starts losing subs, they start raising prices. If they don't offer value back into it for the price increase, Then they start losing more subs. And then eventually the service goes goodbye. Like, I think Disney is failing so hard right now that they have to keep Disney Plus operational. I seriously do not think they want to. But I think just getting the expenditures, or not the expenditures, getting the revenue in to be able to keep themselves afloat from that outweighs the loss that they're going to have to substantiate down the line. It's almost like when you can't quit a job because you can't start your next one for like 2 weeks and you can't miss money. Like you still need money coming in during those weeks. And so like you just work your last job till the very last day that you can and then you go to your next one. I think that's what PlayStation, or not PlayStation, that Disney Plus is having to do right now for Disney. What's up, Nick? What's up, Josh? But yeah, very, very interesting. And I'm going to tell y'all, look through all of y'all's shit. I found a subservice that had nothing to do with any of this. But it was like for a editing software that I tried out. And I realized that I'd been paying $2.99 a month for that. I signed up for that bastard back in 2020 during COVID, I believe. $2.99 a month. it's, it's just that's money that I will never see. So I'm encouraging all of y'all, look at your go into your iTunes thing or your Google Android thing, and you can find out all of your subservice and what you're paying and how it's coming out. Also, some of y'all, if y'all are members of channels on YouTube, you can be a member of channels that you haven't watched in months, and you can very easily be paying $6 a month without knowing it. You gotta keep up with that shit because these companies will just keep taking your money. And then so it looks like every time you're giving them, maybe you stopped watching Netflix as some sort of whatever, but you forgot to cancel it, so your ass still been paying them for the past 2 years. Like you're not voting with your wallet at that point. So you got to get in there. You got to make sure all your shit's right, and I guarantee you'll probably find one that you're still paying for. But back to Xbox being shit. Um, with the way they're set up and the way they're structured, they cannot and will not be able to survive with the model or with the production that is happening currently. And everybody knows that. Dear God. That's the nice part of text banking alerts. No shit. But dear God, I cannot tell you how many people, when Modern Warfare 3, the DLC edition, dropped, they were like, damn it, Xbox is on the upswing. Things are looking great. We had Starfield, then we had Forza, everything's just going fucking awesome over here. We're back on the upswing. What's the next title coming out? I don't know. What's the next big AAA game that's going to come out complete? I don't know. But did you see those engagement numbers? They always count their chickens. Bro, God bless. Did you see those engagement numbers? Did you see? Oh! First time in 40 weeks we beat out a PlayStation in Japan. Congratulations. First time in 40 weeks. You're welcome. You can put that one W next to all the other L's because that's all you're getting. You release shit content. You release half-baked, mediocre snooze fest. You release incomplete games. You have a you have a guy in Phil Spencer who comes out and opens his mouth and says, if we would have just given him a few more months on Redfall, it wouldn't have made a difference. And then lo and behold, 4.5 months later, it gets 60 frames per second, telling me that if you would have waited 4.5 months, the game would have come out with 60 frames per second. Hello. And then at least it would have been a respectable jank title. Cool. Folks are used to respectable jank from Arcane. They really are. Like, that's nothing against Arcane Studios. Like, but people are used to that. And it would have done fine. The question is why couldn't it? Well, because it's a creative decision. Right. It's a creative decision to give people shit. It's a creative decision to give them games at 30 frames per second on a subservice, day and date, instead of 60 FPS on a machine that can eat monsters for breakfast. It can eat monsters, but it can't give us 60 FPS. It can't eat frames per second. It has acid indigestion. So instead, it has to take it slowly. The answer is game marketing and their expectations. No, I get that. Yes, it's because of the one game per quarter bullshit. And so instead of giving it 4.5 more months or 5 months, they said, no, we have to release it now. Holy shit. Listen to this, guys. It's becoming the holiday season, right? Oh, Lord. Xbox, I solved I solved the 2023 problem. You skip the second quarter. No game. No game. Redfall's delayed. Just take it on the chin. Redfall's delayed. Let channels like mine have a field day with it. Starfield then releases. Everybody is happy because the game is an 83 and it increased Game Pass numbers, and they got a complete game at launch that ran pretty well. Granted, we would still harass the 30 frames per second. Then listen. Now Redfall has 60 FPS. We're coming up into the holiday season where kids are going to be on Thanksgiving break, Christmas break, things like that. Put out a multiplayer that they can play. Put out a fucking multiplayer at 60 frames per second in the November area. Then delay Forza, hang on, and release it in Q1 of next year. Complete and done. Put out Redfall for Halloween. No shit. Like, I just fixed their year. And all it took was looking at the situation and going, you know what? Yeah, we had this goal. We're just got to be honest with our fans. Like, hey, guys, listen, we're not going to make it, but it's because we're letting these games cook. Because right now, if we released it, it'd be missing some game modes. It would be missing some things. And we just don't want to do that. No. Forza's not broken. It's incomplete. There's a difference. It came out missing maps, and it came out missing cars, and it came out missing game modes. Like, that's what... Oh, excuse me, it's late. Ooh, my bad. Ooh, damn. That is what happened with Forza. 200 bug fixes? Oh. Damn. No, it's broken. Never mind. Never mind. I concede it's broken. I was trying to be nice. No, I had no fucking idea. That would require me to actually give a shit about Forza. Like, and that doesn't happen. I don't care. I just get to laugh at them and watch them bury themselves. Infinite loading? Oh, it's Starfield. Infinite loading. That's when you get stuck in oh, what's it called? A wormhole. There we go. Forza channels are making videos. It's bad. Yeah, that's hilarious. 200 bug fixes. Wasn't that the same like size of the first bug fix for oh shit. Cyberpunk? Like didn't Cyberpunk come out and say like their first patch for it or CD Projekt Red was like the first patch was like 2 or 300 bugs? Forza might be worse than Redfall. Okay, so bringing this all the way back, guys. Bringing this all the way back. If you just make great games, people will buy your shit. People will sub to your stuff. I'd rather throw my PSVR 2 and hit up some GT. Yeah, it's over. It's over. No, here's the deal. If you listen to the Xbots online, who are terminally online and delusional, then he, because he plays Vampire Survivor IO, one of the guys in Discord was mentioning that. Josh was mentioning that he has like over 1,000 hours on it. Like, good lord. How, how is that the game you have the most hours in? You know what I bet? I bet that game, I bet he plays it on his Samsung television, not even through the Xbox. And I bet that's how, because that's probably a game like a JRPG on while using like a razor or using your phone is really fun still to play. Those type of games are still fun to play handheld. Sarah T-Mobile. Hooked Phil with that mobile vampire survivor. Yeah. Hey, listen. I bet he plays it on flights. Now that, Jesus. Holy crap. 1,000 hours of flying in a year. I couldn't even imagine. That would actually make a lot of sense, Josh. But you know what else you could do on flights? You could communicate with your teams about why games are taking so damn long to come out. Spencer should pay Sony a game. Should play a Sony game. No. Oh no! Supposedly they play all the stuff from all the systems. Supposedly. I don't I don't really know how you can still willingly take the money from Microsoft for your job if you play Starfield and then you play Spider-Man 2 on the competitors' stuff. And like I really don't know how you can just not go into the office the next day and go, "Hey guys, I royally suck. Here's my resignation. I'm gonna go play Spider-Man some more now. Bye guys." He must be blind. No, 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 no. Starfield's graphics looked great. We all know Phil has Horizon Forbidden West. He said he got the bundle. Right, like you got your competitor buying your shit. Saying, I love this damn thing, it's great. Easy money. Yeah. Wait, what's easy money? RPG? I'm just wondering what's easy money? Jim said he never bought an Xbox. Why the fuck would he? Um, I should be able to sue Samsung. Oh, yeah. Being the boss at Microsoft. I guess just show up and make pancakes. Like, what the fuck? We can't give you good games. We can't give you complete next gen experiences at the same time. No, no, no. We're gonna give you fucking pancakes, guys. I know we just fired 8,000 employees or 16,000 employees over the last year, but come down for pancakes. Flapjack Phil. Fuck me. Oh, damn. I need a drink of water. I'm just drinking water. Oh, talking without a co-host here is I'm parched. But guys, that's what I wanted to come on and say. How long have I been doing this? What does this say? How long is the damn stream? Oh, it's over an hour. Well, all right, damn. I wanted to come on Barista Booty and Flapjack Phil. Oh my god. Oh, I wonder how long it. Also, can we just discuss why the hell you purchase a publishing company that is literally in the toilet on their gaming side? Mobile side is killing it. But like their gaming division is pretty shitty. Hell yeah, he's a mascot. Utterly pointless and never plays in any of the games or knows what's going on half the time. That makes sense. Biscuits and gravy bond. Stop it. Shit. Biscuit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, fuck me. We have. I'm gonna put this in the Discord. Actually, shit. Who said that? Lord help. I just saw it. Who said that? Nick, are you in the Discord? If not, Josh, I need you to put that in there, or RP Gaming or Wara. Y'all need to put that in the Discord. They needed them to compete, but and compete how? Compete how? How? By buying studios that take forever to or to get games out that have crisis maps because their developers are fucking leaving? Oh, I just wanted Flapjack Phil, uh, Biscuits and Gravy Bond, and Barista Booty in the chat just so I don't forget it. Aw, Nick, that's sad. The way I said Nick reminded me of Zootopia. Guys, I have two kids and I'm home by myself this weekend with them because my wife is at a women's retreat with our church. And guys, I'm telling you, this is the first time ever, no, first time in 2 years that one of us have been away from the house over like an overnight thing. And it's rough. Like, it's real rough. Play moving out with them. Um so yeah, like back to that. They're purchasing studios and companies that suck. Like that are on the decline. The only reason Diablo lasted and turned a huge profit for them was because Diablo released well and got it far enough outside of the refund policy window, and then they took a shit on the game with the first season. And then that destroyed it. And then people started leaving Diablo's dev team, and people have started leaving Blizzard, and people have started leaving Activision, and they had devs who quit mid-cycle during Oh, not Destiny. What's the stupid ass one that they have? Overwatch. And so like they had crisis maps, and Diablo 4 comes out and it's like, guys, we got crisis maps too. It's real bad here. Like it's almost like the fucking employees are sending out a goddamn SOS. It's a freaking SOS. Like, come help us, please, somebody. Please help us. Please help us. This is not good. Though that's true too. All the people who left because of Bobby Kotick, like they're buying companies that aren't going to help them. Sony buys companies that are going to do two things. One, be strong in an area they're not strong in. And two, to help their studios to continue to deliver great games. That's it. That's it. And I feel like a fucking broken record. Because that's it. One buys studios and publishers to say, "Oh, look at us, look what we have. We're so great. Come on down, get your pancakes. Lay off 18,000 fucking employees, 16,000 employees. Come get your pancakes. You can eat them in the unemployment line. Have a good day. It's pancakes and a pink slip." Pancakes and a pink slip. God, that would be a fucking terrible day. Yeah, Pete said I'm fucking out. Pete said, "Good, I'm done." Waiting for Pete Hines to join. Uh-oh. But then we would have Pancake Phil and Sausage Patty Pete. There we go. Sausage Patty Pete. Stick with the whole fucking breakfast theme. Oh God, Satya sausage? No, we can't do that one. We can't. We gotta find a different thing for Satya. Ooh, no, no. Nutella is too on the nose. We can't do that. Uh, yeah. We don't need Bethesda quality. No shit. No, I'm good. I'm good, fam. We're fine. Guys, so listen. Helldivers 2 is coming out at like 40 or 50 bucks, I think. That game's going to be 60 frames per second on the PS5. You can't get a full 70 fucking dollar game to run at 60 FPS, but we're going to go ahead and get an over the shoulder shooter that's going to be at 60. Oh my god. Even our tier 2 games are fucking better than y'all's tier 1s. Well, what's that diss line that Eminem did in Killshot? uh, my biggest flops are your greatest hits. There we go. Like, that's how it looks like right now for Xbox and PlayStation. Xbox could give us a game that's a tier 2, tier 3 game for $25, $30, $40, $50, not a full price 70. And that game is going to run better than a $70 full price game on Xbox from their studios. Other studios have figured out how to give us 60 FPS. Xbox can't get there from here. PlayStation 3 outsold 360. It's exactly that statement there. It's exactly that statement. Their best didn't beat Sony's worst. Yes. Yes. Scrambled eggs, Satya. That's good. That's good. Nutella. I can't get Nutella out of my head now. Like, Nutella on pancakes is fucking fire. I had to give you a career to destroy it. Now wait, hang on, because that's Xbox. That's what they do. They acquire these people, tell them they have a career, and then within a couple years, the studios are dead. They still have the name of the studio though, Poached Egg Pete. Oh, I'm so glad I'm only drinking water. I wouldn't be able to do this stream if I was drunk. That wouldn't work. Uh-huh. Yeah, the MGK disc, which Eminem won, hands down. If just murdered the guy, just just straight up murdered him. And then on the COVID song that he did, I can't remember the name of it for some reason, but he continued to like you just listen to him like, dude, you stop. He's dead. He's already dead. Leave him alone. But Jesus. Oh my gosh, guys. Subservices are going to go the way of the dinosaurs, or it's going to go back to where there's only one or two of them. Who is Eminem? Wait. Warawana, do y'all have like American hip hop in Australia? Oh, Lord Jesus, you can't do that with me. I'm gullible as shit. I'm a stupid American, okay? Like, you could tell me that y'all just got cars 5 years ago, and I would probably go, oh, yeah, that makes sense. America had cars, but they didn't. That makes sense. Like, it's because we're stupid over here. And we think the rest of the world still lives in tents, and they don't. Like, no idea who MGK is? It's fine. You don't need to. We rode kangaroos. No shit. Like, that's it. Like that's just what I thought. Like fuck it. Why would they why would they have American hip hop over there? It's not global. We didn't just spend an hour and a half talking about streaming services and how you can get anything anywhere and like I'll say this. That's where streaming services are really really good. That's where digital content is good. If I'm taking my PlayStation somewhere, I don't have to take any games with me because I'll just pick from the games I have on my digital library. If I'm going on a road trip, I can lose my favorite radio station or whatnot, and I can just pop right over into Spotify. Cool. Like, digital content. Oh, Lord Jesus. Whew, I need a yawn button for late night streams. Digital content being readily accessible anywhere you're at, no matter what, is a massive, massive selling point to digital and for digital media. But the content still has to be good. Like, I stopped subbing. Good Lord, how hard did they work? Dude, so I didn't work today. I don't know if you caught this. I was at home with both of my boys all day and all day yesterday. And so I think it's just catching up with me. And then last night, I couldn't sleep. So, because my wife is out of town. And, like, I just couldn't sleep. I have a hard time not sleeping or sleeping when she's not here. Uh, but, like, that will do it. Yeah, bro. I'm just exhausted. So, Josh, that's what I was gonna say. I have the free Spotify because I only listen to a lot of old songs on it. I have a playlist built of a lot of like old alternative rock stuff. But outside of that, I just buy the albums I like because I'm that old man music stage is where I'm at. I'm in that old man music stage where like I don't like a lot of music. And so like if an artist that I like or a group that I like releases an album, I'll just buy that album. I don't even listen to radio anymore for that. I listen to podcasts usually now, or I listen to a lot of live streams. Like for I listen to Maggie and Perloff every morning. They're on CBS Sports Radio, but they also have a live stream on YouTube, and so I listen to that. Crazy people buy albums. No, an artist that what Japanese? Wait, what the fuck? Hang on. I was that for a while. Now I'm obsessed with Japanese metal. Oh, that's cool. Um, I can't speak Japanese, so I don't like it. There's only been a few songs that I've really, really been able to enjoy that have been uh, sung in a language that I'm not familiar with. Uh, One of them was actually in a JRPG, and I can't remember the name of the stupid RPG now. Damn it! It was really good though, and it was like that half English, half. Uh, it was like the half English, half Japanese, where sometimes they'll do like a lot of the words in the excuse me, a lot of the words in the verses of the song will be in Japanese or Chinese or Mandarin or whatever, and then the chorus will be in English. And so I can't remember. It might have been Tales of Arise, but that song was absolutely a fucking banger. I don't know anything at all what they were saying, but I vibed with the damn song. It was really, really good. And then another one was it was some like I don't even remember, but I remember there was another time that I was like, oh, that's really cool. I have no idea what they're saying, but that sounds awesome. So yeah, I just don't generally listen to music that I can't understand the words to. But hey, kudos to you if that's what you're into. I am I'm into a lot of independent, not a lot, but I like a lot of independent rap artists. Um, Knox Hill is one that everything he puts out I buy, and he's an independent artist. There's another one that I'm looking to get his album. Uh, Anyways, whatever. Yes, I still buy albums. Do you see what you did? That was RP Gaming, wasn't it? Who still buys albums anymore? No, that was Ryan. Appreciate it, Ryan. You just like got me way off topic. Um, I know Knox Hill from YouTube. Dude, that's where I found him originally. His Eminem breakdowns are freaking insane. He's spotting shit that I wasn't spotting, and I pride myself in being able to catch a lot of his doubles, triples, and some of his quads. Like, he's nuts. And his rapping is a lot of the same. Dark Cloud has such a great OST. What is OST? Huh. But yes, Dark Cloud was really fun. It was like Zelda meets like a city builder. I love that fucking game. Dark Cloud 2 I did not like. Oh, original soundtrack. Thanks. Yeah, Dark Cloud 2 was really, really good. Or not, no, I'm sorry. Dark Cloud was really good. Dark Cloud 2 I didn't like. Dark Cloud 2 was still in that phase where graphics were good, but they weren't good enough. NF is some of his stuff I really like, and some of his I would never purchase an entire album of from NF. I'd purchase his singles if I wanted to listen to his stuff. Like there's certain artists that just don't have good albums, but they'll have a few good songs on an album. And that's another thing with digital content. You can do that with digital media. If I don't want to purchase all of an album, I can just grab two or three or four songs off of it. Now, granted, you can't do that in video gaming, but I mean, I guess you can do that. Some games as a service, aren't there a couple games as a service that like the multiplayer's free, and then if you want to purchase the single player, then you can pay for it? Like, isn't that like one of the CODs do that or did that? Huh. One of the guys, okay, that was Warzone. I thought so. Like, I thought so. Okay. But like, I guess so you can do that with that game. But like, I don't know. Subs are really good. Sub services are really good. Having too many of them has led to an oversaturation in the market, which has led studios to try to push out more content faster to maintain a content release cycle. Dear God, I can't even get through one of my thoughts about the media market without automatically thinking in my head, damn, that's what Xbox. That's what they're doing. Anyways, so you have these problems arising. It got overly saturated way too fast. There's too many companies trying to produce their own content and they're not able to keep up with the demand, so the product comes out jacked up. And because of that, they're having to raise their prices to meet revenue goals. Also, no company in Hollywood right now outside of Paramount knows how to make Paramount and Sony knows how to make big budget movies that aren't trying to push some sort of agenda so you're alienating one side or the other. Like, companies right now are not making good choices with their content, and so people don't want to subscribe to their shit, to their service. They don't care. And I am telling you, you can write it down. This is going to happen to Xbox. Because they don't care if you buy the game. They want you here for Game Pass. They want you to sub to Game Pass. They need you to sub to Game Pass. Because that's the only way they're going to survive. And if that doesn't happen, if they don't earn enough subs, I guarantee you, you're getting a price increase. Um, okay, so that's weird. Some of my messages are not loading on YouTube, but they're coming through my PlayStation, which doesn't really help me much. So, Josh, I basically just missed what you said. Um, Subservices have their place. They are not the be all end all. No, they're not. Their hardware always looks cool. That's why Sony is so badass. They always try to deliver cool shit, right? Like, always. And when Michael Jackson, he was on Sony's label. Sony's now new tagline is wait. When did Sony? Oh, you're talking about Sony, not PlayStation. Or is that for PlayStation? Because the good old Wikipedia says it's that the slogan is still make believe. I guess I must have missed that. But like guys, they showed PS stuff in the commercial, but it's Sony. That's cool. Huh. Interesting. Hang on, it's a commercial from last week. I'm trying to see what this is. Huh. Well, damn. I can't see it still. Oh, well, whatever. All right, guys. I am going to dive into Helldivers now. If y'all want to stay and hang out, I'm sorry. I've never played this before, so I'm going to hop in and see what it's like. Just wanted to get on, do a thoughts with Thrifty. Thanks for the engagement tonight. Thanks for the chat. Y'all have. Oh, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Um, this is going to be another game that I'm reviewing. I have a review that I got to cut the audio for tomorrow. Have all the video done. So once that gets done, I'll have a review up. It's going to be for the game that just released yesterday. I know, Ryan. I know, dude. It's going to be for the game Achilles. Super excited about this. Yeah, and the game's $25 right now. So obviously, is a real thrifty purchase. I was able to get it uh, by way of PlayStation Star Points, so that was fun. Uh, Sony's MO. Okay. So yeah, I got that review coming, and then I'll be doing a review of Helldivers 1 in preparation for Helldivers 2. We have a spoiler stream for Spider-Man coming up not this Sunday, but next Sunday that I have two confirmed already. I have a third on the fence, and so I mean, it looks like there's going to be at least three people there. And so, really hoping to see y'all there. Anyways, guys, that's it for this rant. And as we're talking about these sub-services, I want you to remember the most important thing of all. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and stay thrifty, guys.